take it away, Heather. Heather, we can't hear you. Nope, I still can't hear anything, Heather.
Interesting.
You were working earlier.
Ah!
There we go. We got you.
All I had to do was scream. Oh, Tina, thank you so much for having me. The Memorable Vacations team is a near and dear one to our heart at Hyatt's Inclusive Collection. And in all honesty, they probably don't need me here tonight because they know the resorts, I'll bet, as well as I do. And I am going to let everybody take a second to stretch their arms out, wiggle their toes, rotate their ankles, fill up your water glass, because I got 75 resorts to talk to you about. I'm kidding. I'm not going to talk about all 75 resorts. But what I would like to do is touch on all our different resort brands. And that should only be 9 or 10 of us. And then from there, give you some touch points on how weddings work with Hyatt's Inclusive Collection. Now, when you see the word Hyatt, if you were to ask me about the Hyatt in Texas, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to talk about it because that's Hyatt Hotels. What we represent with Memorable Vacations is Hyatt's inclusive collections. And that includes the Sunscapes, Dreams, Secrets, Breathless, Impressions, Zoetree, Hyatt Vivid Grand Island, Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun, Hyatt Solera, Riviera Maya. And I don't know if I said Impressions or not, but Impressions and Zoetree are in there as well. As a matter of fact, we're even going to touch on them next. Impressions by Secrets was a brand that came into being because one of the resort owners made a Secrets and said they wanted a section that was even a level higher than Secrets. Hence, Impression was born. And we have 2 of those properties. These properties would be fantastic for, say, a vow renewal or a honeymoon, but we have done weddings and not now. Uh-oh. Tina, do you need me back? I'm good? All right. I'll keep talking. Where was I? Impressions. Fantastic for vow renewals, though we have had some people do deliberate impression weddings, and those can be individually curated for you. Zoetree is our next luxury adult-focused brand. And notice I'll say adult-focused for Zoetree, but adult only for Impression. At Zoetree, children are allowed, but they will pay the adult rate. They don't have a kids club or anything. The type of clientele that brings their child to a Zoetree is the type of clientele who probably has a nanny with them. And I would, refer to them as Velcro children. They just don't leave mom and dad's side. But as with the Impression, our Zoetree properties would make fabulous, just want to move something over. Fabulous options for vow renewals, small intimate weddings, honeymoons, and the like. Secrets. Back to a deliberate adults only brand. And Secrets is a fantastic option if you are looking for an adults only wedding. They're slightly larger than the Zoetree and Impression resorts. Secrets run between 300, 400, sometimes even 500 rooms, depending on where it's located. And the focus here is romance, but brothers and sisters and friends and cousins are more than welcome here. It's just the ambiance is made to give you a feeling of just tuning into each other as opposed to always something going on. There are activities throughout the day, and it would be an absolutely fun venue to have for your wedding. But again, we're thinking more couples and romance here. Our other adult-only brand in the luxury side of things is Breathless Resorts. And this is adults only activity vibe, but on a sophisticated level. The idea here being there is always something to do. There's stuff going on from morning through to night, and you go back to your room, you get changed for the evening, get all dressed up for dinner, and then the rest of the evening activities ensue. And this is also a fantastic resort option for weddings, even though initially you might think bachelor, bachelorette party. But the wedding teams here do a fabulous job at turning out an adults only wedding. Let's talk about families though, because the reality is 9 times out of 10, a wedding couple is going to have that one person in their family or circle of friends that has someone who is either 5 or 12 or even 15 years old. And just, you can't have your wedding without them because they're too important in your lives. Here's where a Dreams Resort really comes into play. And with our Dreams Resorts under Hyatt's Inclusive Collection, there's a myriad of choices. You can have a Dreams that embraces the true hacienda feel of the destination, or you can have a Dreams that is more modern focused. And where Tina and Jana come into play is the expertise that the two of them have to help you bring out your personality and what your wedding group is looking for, and they will hook you up with the right resort. I lost my clicker. There we go. The idea at Dreams is you can hit all the milestones. You can take care of things with every generation, from babies up to grandparents. Speaking as someone who should be a grandparent, and have an absolute ball regardless. Now we're getting into a resort that actually has our name in it, Hyatt Ziva. And in our collection, we look after Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun. I have a really good friend coming up next who's going to have a whole slew of other Zivas to tell you about. Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun in Puerto Morelos is very much family-centric. I think it's got 9 different pools on the property and a wedding team that will just knock your celebration right out of the park. The other resort that we have that actually has the name Hyatt in it is Hyatt Zalera Riviera Maya. And that one is an adult-only resort. And this one is, I would say it's kind of like in between Secrets and Breathless. Not quite as go, 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 vibe as the Breathless Resorts, but it's not entirely romantic focused as the Secrets Resorts. Hyatt Zalera Riviera Maya has a more of a laissez-faire idea. The main pool has got activities going on. You're encouraged to participate, but you're not forced. And their wedding venues and their food choices are just absolutely spectacular. One more Hyatt to talk about before we move on to other brands in our collection. Hyatt Vivid Grand Island. The first of its kind opened up last year, and it is nestled along the lagoon near the Cancun Strip, so very close to the airport. And while this one is more pool-centric, because it's actually not on the beach, it has its own beautiful private beach club. So think of that as a place to have a truly private and immersive wedding celebration after the beach club closes for the public persons at Hyatt Vivid Grand Island. You can have your wedding celebration at your own private beach club. Sunscape. With our Sunscape brand, it is a solid 4-star, unlimited fun mentality. This is for people who probably need to get away from the cold and the ice and snow and our polar vortex that we're experiencing right now, but want their toes in the sand and a cerveza in their hand and enjoy all that an all-inclusive has to offer. That is where our Sunscape properties come into play. And now weddings. I know I teased you early about 75 different resorts in our collection. And because of having 75 different resorts and 75 different owners, if I were to launch into every single one of our wedding packages, you would have overwhelm. And fortunately, what you have in our travel advisors here with Memorable Vacations are absolute experts in what was going to be a really good fit for you and your budget and your dream for your wedding day. So what I'll do instead is just give you a little touchstone as to some of the imagery and some of the creativity that can come into play when you choose one of our Hyatt Inclusive Collection resorts. I'm going to touch briefly on the variety of packages. I think Emily and Jasmine nailed it when they said start basic and then grow from there. And we're quite similar. Our Weddings in Paradise package is ideal for just 10 passengers. But if you've got a wedding group that's going up to 79 or 80, we can accommodate that. And within our different resort brands and the resort owners and the incredible wedding teams that we have across all of our resorts, they can curate a handcrafted wedding that will just knock your socks off. While I'm blethering on, I'm going to invite you to get out your mobile devices and scan that QR code so that you can take a look, because like I said, 74 resorts is an awful lot to go through. 75, sorry. We got a new one in November. I keep dropping it. I got to remember to give it attention. You click that code and you will be opened up into a 75-page glossy imagery, rich feeling, telling you about our different destinations, telling you about the different resort brands in more detail than I went into, and also giving you a lot more detail on all the different wedding packages that are available. And again, Tina and Jana are going to be your experts to help you navigate what portions are going to be the best for you. At Hyatt's Inclusive Collection, we are huge advocates of wedding couples using a travel advisor, especially a wedding specialist like Tina and Jana, because they know it inside and out. But what's a presentation without gorgeous imagery? And I just thought I would scroll through and let you get a taste of the different creativities really that come into play. For example, this one at Dreams Tulum, it's known as the Secret Garden. And really it's because it's tucked into, you know what? I get lost. It's not a huge resort, but when you go into the Secret Garden, you really do feel like you're tucked away out of nowhere. If you want to go down to Colombia, we got a Dreams in Cartagena, and absolutely, they can do a wedding there for you. Dreams Natura is a popular one with all of the wedding couples that we've known over the years, and you're going to see a few slides from Dreams Natura. And then, you know what? I need my glasses because the printing. That one, yeah, I am right. I was going to say that Secrets Playa Mujeres, but that is at Dreams Playa Mujeres. And again, these guys are so creative. If you can dream it, and if you have the budget for it, they can knock your wedding celebration right out of the park. And you know what? It doesn't have to be an insane budget. When you look at, oh my goodness, I don't know what it's like out west. I'm in Ontario. And right now, Ontario venues are charging $10,000 just for an empty hall. That's before you've got a bartender, before you've got a chair set up or anything. And here at Hyatt's Inclusive Collection, you can spend up to $10,000 USD for your wedding, but that's everything included. And your wedding investment can start as low as about $1,500 US. And we're getting close to the end. This is Dreams Estrella del Mar in Mazatlan. They just opened up last year. And Dreams Royal Beach in Punta Cana. If you take a look at the slide, the series of images, there's one in the center at the low, like where you see all the chairs. That is a brand new wedding venue. They put a boardwalk up. And I'd say it's about a 600 or 700 meter boardwalk. You can go from one end to the other, and it's absolutely delightful, particularly around sunset into the evening time. And sticking with Dreams Royal Beach, just all of the, this is Royal Beach. Yes. My mind was at Dream Sapphire. On the Riviera Maya side, Dream Sapphire, with all of the renovations and new resorts that are going on, said, here, hold my Tims. I'm going to build an entirely new village. And so they created the Indigo section, which is a preferred club section and just jaw-dropping beauty. At this point, I would like to say thank you to all of you who are here in attendance for coming on board with Tina and Jana's night. I am not throwing flowers for the sake of throwing flowers. Tina and Jana are absolute rock stars. And if you have any inkling on doing a destination wedding at all, they are going to nail it. And you are going to have memories for years to come. And your guests are going to want to travel with them. And no other vacation is ever going to compare because of what Tina and Jana have done for all of you. And thank you, Tina and Jana, for having me.
Thank you, Heather, so much for coming. We really appreciate it. And we loved your presentation.
Let's see if next time, if you want me, I'll take it the whole 4 hours.